Hi VC. Yeah, it's me, back again. After concluding my 1990s videos, I thought I'd strike while the iron was hot and go straight into 91. These are my favourite 10 vinyl records I have from 91, and my word, I think this is a brilliant selection of records. I know all of these inside out, absolutely love every single one of them. Some absolute out and out classics from 91 here. Well, I suppose I better get on with it really. Right, which one shall I start? Well, we'll start with the order I've got them here. They're, I think they're in reverse alphabetical order actually, from the looks of it. Not quite, there's nearly. Anyway, so up first, here we go. I know James is going to be jealous of this one because I don't think he still has a copy. I still don't think he has a copy of this on vinyl. Bandwagon-esque, brilliant record this. From the cover out in, this is just a brilliant record. I love this because basically the band knew they were going to. It seems as though the band knew they were going to get slated for basically being Big Star Part 2. And they do sound like it, but what a brilliant album though. The songs are fantastic. Things like The Concept, What You Do to Me, Star Sign, Metal Baby, Sidewinder, Guy. Oh, it's just brilliant from start to finish. This is an absolutely fantastic record. And there we go, Bandwagon-esque. So we've got the inner sleeve. There we go. There's all 4 members of the band. On Creation, of course. I can't remember. Oh yeah, it's got just a very, very plain label on that one. But absolutely brilliant. Absolutely love this record to pieces. I've had it since 1991, which is the same as all of these. Now, a record I did love, absolutely loved this at the time, and I think I've probably grown to love it even more because I think this is a phenomenal record. Is Bad Motorfinger by Soundgarden. This, I just think this gets better every time I listen to it, if that's possible. Released in 91. I think, was it released after? I can't remember whether it was released before or after. Never mind. But just a phenomenal record. It's the first, I think it's the second album after the original bassist left. Maybe the second one. I can't remember who played on Loud Love now. Anyway, so on here you've got Rusty Cage, Outshined. You've got Jesus Christ Pose, which was a big song. My favourites are like Face Pollution, Somewhere, Searching With My Good Eye Closed is amazing. Mind Riot, Holy Water, New Damage. I mean, it's just from start to finish an absolutely fabulous record, this is. So there we go, Bad Motorfinger. One of my top, no, I can't remember where I put it in my top 10 now. Was it top 5 or did it just get into top 10? I can't remember. But it's another record on Creation. A lot of people seem to slate the lead singer now because he's a bit of a twit. I can't argue with that. But the music he produced, him and the band produced, was for me just some of the best of the 90s. It's that one. One of the most iconic covers of the 90s for me. I just absolutely love Screamadelica. I just think the combination of Primal Scream and Weatherall and The Orb and everybody who's to do with this album is just absolutely phenomenal. There's the band in rock out mode. I've got to be careful, one of their albums that slip out. It's a double album, which I kind of forget when I'm listening to the CD. I forgot that it was a double album. Really pretty little custom labels there on each record. And this is one of the best albums of all time for me. I just absolutely adore it. Moving on up, yeah, it's the Stones, but it's such a brilliant record. Then you've got Slip Inside This House, Don't Fight It, Feel It, where they were so confident they didn't even have Bobby singing on it. Higher Than the Sun, one of the greatest singles ever. I mean, people go on about, I don't know, I can't even think what would rival it. It is one of the greatest singles ever. And it only reached something like number 40 in the charts, or whatever. In a Flight, Come Together, I'm not sure which mix that is on here. Loaded, of course, Damaged, I'm Coming Down. And then you've got Higher Than the Sun, a dub symphony in 2 parts, which was produced by the Orb. And that, oh my god, absolutely fantastic. And then rounded out by the quite lovely Shine Like Stars. So there we go, Screamadelica. Right, probably the most iconic cover of 91 was, yeah, I got myself a copy. I had a copy of this. Can't really say anything about this record. Everybody knows it. Is it the best grunge LP? No. Is it the best Nirvana LP? No. Is it a fantastic record? Yes. And I'm not going to say anything else about it. Inner sleeve there. There's the chaps. Never mind. But an even greater record than that one is this one. Another Creation album. I was in love with Creation. Now you all know what this is, don't you? Yeah, it's MBV. It's the Valentines. I fell in love with the Valentines after I first heard, was it Emptiness Inside on the Doing It for the Kids? No, Cigarette in My Bed on the Doing It for Kids compilation. And then I proceeded to buy the 12 inches they released, Feed Me With Your Kiss and You Made Me Realise 12 inches. And just went on from there, saw them 3 times, I think, 2 or 3 times around the release of Isn't Anything. And then this came out. Now, this is a brilliant album. I still prefer Isn't Anything, but it's like saying, well, do you prefer, I don't know, 2 things you really like? I can't think of anything. Well, that was rubbish, wasn't it? Anyway. And it's stuck. God, you can see I haven't had this out for years. Oh my god, the record's stuck in here. Right, I'm going to have to do some surgery on this later. I hope it's not stuff for good. Anyway, because I was going to show you the inner sleeve. Hang on. What the hell's going on with this? I think it's something's jammed in there. Hang on. Ah, there we go. There we go. I think the inner sleeve had caught on the, just on a flap or something, so it's no damage done. There we go. I can't remember the last time I saw this because I only ever play this on CD now. But what a record. I mean, and talking about Higher Than the Sun being one of the records of all time, one of the singles of all time, on here is Soon, which I just remember playing to death when that came out. And I think it was the preceding year that actually came out, 1990 maybe. But absolutely phenomenal record. There we go. My Bloody Valentine. Loveless, by the way. Don't know if I mentioned the title. One of the seminal records for me in '91, and probably one of the bands that I've followed ever since. I mean, it's now, what is it, 26 years ago? Yeah. Leveling the Land. This is a phenomenal folk, punk, rock record. It's definitely up there. It's political. It's socially aware. Yeah, a lot of they got sort of brushed aside as crusties in the day, but honestly, they just don't deserve that. And they've been rewarded, I think, on BBC Two Folk Music Awards. They've been given awards there. Obviously, they have the Beautiful Days festivals down in Devon, which I've been a few times. But to be honest, I can't separate any tracks out of this. I just listen to the whole thing at once, and I can sing the whole of this record. I've heard it that many times. From One Way, The Game, The Boatman, Liberty Song, Far From Home, Love, Sell Out, Another Man's Cause, The Road, The River Flow, Battle of the Beanfield, which talked about the heavy-handed tactics of the police evicting loads of travellers from fields. I remember seeing it on TV, and it's all about when the police just went in and smashed everything up. Anyway, so there we go. Just a fantastic record. Levelling the Land by the Levellers. And there's there's the backside. I think I've got t-shirts of that song on. And nice montage of pictures there. The lyrics on the other side. I won't bother showing you that. I don't know what the... And it was on China Records. Oh, I'm touching the vinyl. That's just a no-no. Here we go. Right. And it's just China Records. There we go. Just phenomenal. And probably other people wouldn't have that in their top 10, but for me it is such an important record. Such an important record. That is brilliant. Next record I actually remember buying. I bought this in Asda in Liverpool, and I was doing the shopping and I saw this was in the charts. This is when Asda still sold records. Shows how long ago it was. And this is phenomenal. Just one of the... They were probably the singles band of the year in '91, and totally justified. The White Room, the KLF. I mean, massive singles on here. You've got What Time Is Love, 3 AM Eternal, Last Train to Trine Central. You've got things like they're kind of the other tracks are not quite as good. I mean, it's got Justified and Ancient on here. I don't think that's the version with Tammy Wynette, but it's a... But then they're well known for doing different versions for their singles anyway. Build a Fire, The White Room, No More Tears. It's a great album. Oh, there's a washing machine. Somebody, I think it was James, mentioned about the ambience of the washing machine. Well, that's just going to beep away in the background now. There we go. KLF, The White Room. Absolutely phenomenal record. Yay. Right. I've shown this record before because it's by Julian Cope, so I'll just show it. I'm not sure if I showed the inside, I can't remember. I've talked about this at length on my Julian Cope video. So if you're more interested in hearing about this, then please take a look at that video. There's Squabsy the Alien and Julian having a meeting. There's a lovely gatefold. There's the back. Julian and Squabsy at some Neolithic site, which Julian's written about at length. Right, so there we go. Right, I'm just going to pause this a minute and turn off that infernal beeping. Hang on a sec. Right, back again. Hey! Oh, isn't it great having a pause button? Anyway, 2 more records to go. So we've got... I've shown every other one of these... Well, all the ones I've got of this band anyway. All the main albums. And they released their final album in '91. And it was Pixies. And here's Trompe le Monde. I was dead gutted when I heard that the Pixies were splitting, because I still thought they were producing fantastic records. Yeah, they weren't as good as Surfer Rosa or Doolittle, but they were still producing some brilliant songs and stuff. So on here, I'm trying to think where it starts. Planet of Sound, how can you go wrong with that? UMass is brilliant. I like Eiffel, Head On, which is a cover of the Mary Chain. Bird Dream of the Olympus Mons. Subculture, I love that. Motorway to Roswell. The Navajo No. I mean, it's just more brilliance from the Pixies. I mean, for me, they didn't release a bad album. More 4AD loveliness. You can tell that's a 4AD record, can't you? Just fantastic. Right, I'll put that down before I try to put it away. I do waste time. Right, last one. And this band would go on to bigger and better things, but in '91 they released their debut album, and I loved it, even though they were sort of being dismissed as baggy chancers jumping on the baggy bandwagon at the time, but it's this one, Blur. This is Leisure. There's the band. Now look, they don't really look like baggy chancers. Well, I suppose Dave Rowntree does it. Well, I don't know though. They don't really. They're not going the baggy route, are they? Very plain inner, just the lyrics. To be honest, when you listen to this, it doesn't sound like a baggy record. I mean, yeah, alright, things like, There's No Other Way, yeah, it did fit in with the times, but things like, Sing, High Cool, Slow Down, Bang, I mean, Bang was kind of like, it definitely fed into their, the definite Blur style. So, really good album, actually. Definitely something different in 91. I mean, maybe more typically indie. Especially things like She's So High, which was the very first single, which I remember seeing on... where did I see that? Oh, Jukebox Jury, which they revived. And I'm sure I saw Vic Reeves review that. I think Vic Reeves was on that show, but it was fantastic. Wish they'd do Jukebox Jury or something like it again. Come on, more music on TV, please. I have to resort to YouTube all the time. Okay. Right. Well, that's it. 10 records from 91, and what a 10 records they are. I might even do the rest of it. Now, I'm going to cheat on the next one because I actually have 13 more records from 91, so it's going to be a 10 plus 3. My video, my rules, whatever. Right, so, thanks very much for watching. And a little bit longer than that, because I was wittering on about some of these. Probably because this was... How old was I? 91? 22? 21, 22? Probably listening to music more then than any other time in my life, between the bouts of drinking, I guess. Anyway. Alright then. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Cheers, VC. Bye.